You're now tuned into the most unpredictable podcast on the World Wide Web.
It's about to shut it.
Hosted by Karen.
Hey!
You are locked in. Pour up a glass of wine, ladies. Let the Henny flow, fellas. And get ready to turn the fucking up to rock status. It's Karen Hill live on Say It Loud Radio on your favorite internet platform, streaming live.
Get my dough.
Are you done mixing yet?
It is Mic Check, Karen L of Say It Loud podcast. And it is another episode for you guys. And this week in my hot seat, I'm so excited because I've been dying to get these ladies on my show. I just have to tell you guys, I feel like I've been waiting forever. I just want to say that.
Oh.
If I act a little weird, it's because I've been waiting forever to be in your presence.
Oh. We appreciate that.
It is the ladies of Allure. I've been dying to do that. I just love all these light up buttons.
It was you dropping your bomb before the actual bomb dropped for me.
Yes. I was like, I'll be flexing this bitch. Hi, ladies. How you doing?
Hi.
Good.
We're good.
It's so good to have you here. I love all the Black excellence. I just do.
Oh, thank you.
I do.
We appreciate
I do.
it. Thank you for having us.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
So you guys can introduce yourselves.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Aaliyah.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Akisa.
And shout out to our girl, Lolly. She's not feeling well, so we're going to represent for her today.
Absolutely.
Yes. So we're going to get it right now into our pop culture remix and talk about something that's going on in pop culture. So, because I want some feedback. So there's this lady all over like TikTok who did the 50 pieces of the guy that like, who did I marry?
Mm-hmm.
The Tessa lady or something?
Yeah.
And then she just got signed to like some big agency, like acting agency or something like that. Yeah, they said they signed to like AA something, whatever the acting agency is, and she was like taking pictures and stuff like that. But she got a deal. So my question is, number one, was that real?
I'm still kind of getting adjusted to what the story. Somebody told me that they were watching it, and it's like this audio thing of her talking about what a marriage. Like I haven't seen it yet. I haven't heard it, so I'm kind of like in the dark about it a little bit.
Yeah, I got ADHD, so I can't do 50 snippets of your problems.
I saw one. I can't even tell you which one I saw. But I like you said, my focus, I couldn't focus, and I was like, I can't, and I just kind of.
You got with me like 30 seconds to tell me your bad news. After that, I don't care. Like we all got bad news, sis. Like,
I'm like, people just want,
I'm like, sis, I'm divorced too. Like I could tell you that story too.
Like we all trying to figure that out.
I could tell you, I don't need 50 parts to tell you.
Yeah, like I don't like. I need my money back. Me too. Like
yeah, that's kind of crazy. 50. Yeah, we're not doing that.
50 snippets. That he was lying about who he was and who he was speaking to when he was going to buy them a house.
Surprise!
I'm like, girl.
Did she just get here? Was she just born yesterday, girl?
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. Like I didn't watch it because, like I said, you can't. Like I don't have time for 50 snippets. But it worked in her favor. It worked in her favor.
I guess so, but you know what it is? I think with people, I guess, because I'm more of a realist in a way. Like I rather sit with my sisters and my people, my family, and talk a little smack and say what I got to say about what's going on in my relationship. But like, it's not for that's not for everybody to be like on TikTok and like I said, we share things on social media, but for me to share a marriage that went wrong because I don't know who this man is. And so, like, girl, we all go through that. You know what I mean? So like, and people love to be invested in everybody else's drama and nonsense. Yeah, like I'm not, girl. I mean, if somebody gonna offer me the money first and say you want to talk about it, then maybe we can talk about it.
Maybe,
but 50 parts, like, come on, right?
I mean, I do think people now have gotten to the point on social media where I don't believe all the stories anymore. I really do think people tell a story because they know they know it's going to turn into something for them. Like, I'm going to get more followers. I'm going to get a deal. I'm going to be an influencer. I'm going to get something out of this. And so, like the other lady, what's the one with the baby? The random man from Atlanta. The lady, she's like, I got a baby with the random man from Atlanta. And then 6 other women said they got a baby with the same random man. And he came, if I was the man, I would have just shut up and mind my business. But he came on and was like, I'm the random man. And it was just like, yo, bro, you should have just mind your business. But
yeah, see, I'm not, I can't do the social media thing like that. Like, no.
Yeah. It's like we deal with stories about that all day about community penis. Like, I don't need to.
Right.
Yeah.
I can live with my own life. I don't have to be dealing with real shit.
Exactly. That part.
That part. I think it's also an age thing. I think that has a lot to do with it too.
I don't know, because I've seen people in our age range acting
and older.
Fool and older. So
and
I don't
older.
know. I just think some people just got so caught up into this whole instant, I don't even want to say fame, but instant contact and instant having something to say and reactions and all this. And I think people just got caught up into that kind of world, and here we are talking about
I believe that. Did you guys see the Wendy documentary?
Yes.
What did you think?
It was sad. For me, it really, really sad. What's even more sad is like, okay, we know that Wendy wasn't the nicest person. Wendy talked about everybody. She talked about us, for Christ's sakes. You know what I mean? But it was her job at the end of the day.
Right.
And I just feel like people, I don't know, the way people are talking about her is like plain and simple. It's evil. You know what I mean? Like, all this karma and this and that. Like, the woman's sick. She's going through mad things. And we all go through our, we take our situations and we go through it, or go through them, I should say, the way we choose to. And some of us don't have the issues that she has, and it's sad to see her unraveling like that. And she's at the end of the day, she's human. You know what I mean? So
she was just doing her job.
Right. And I feel like, yes, it's sad, and we're seeing an icon going through what they're going through. But at the same time, I do feel that because of the fact that she would talk about everybody else's business and say, and talk about people's personal lives, I don't think she really would have had a problem, because I think if she was even better and was going through what she went through, she would be talking about it herself. Just before everybody else starts doing it for her. So she's telling her story. I'm really hoping that these people are doing right by her. From what you can see, I don't know, but I think to a certain extent, she probably would have shared all this anyway, to her fans, to the people that really care. So
I hope that this doesn't tarnish her legacy. I really feel at the end of the day, like, Wendy made power moves before people were making power moves, especially as a woman, especially as a woman of color in an industry that was male dominant at the time. So even with all of her flaws and the things that she did that may not have been right or difficult in her life, she did a lot more good for the culture. You know what I mean? And to go from radio to TV, nobody else, who's done that at that level?
She definitely paved the way for a lot of people.
So to be able to compete with other personalities at that level, I think that I want her legacy protected more than anything else. And I don't want people taking advantage of her. I feel like you feel like she's a human being. She did her job. She's getting old, she's ill, and she should be respected and taken care of just like any other person.
Right.
And to walk around and be like, yo, that's what you deserve. It's karma. Really speaks to the type of person that you are. If you're the person saying that speaks to, like, because you're heartless. And then if you talk like that, I feel like those things are going to happen to you.
Right, that's karma for you. Exactly.
Yeah, because you're walking around this earth saying things like that about people. Like, you're wishing evil on people.
Oh yeah, there's definitely power in words, and people forget that.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into our guest cipher. Because Allure's here. All right, girls. So I know that you guys got a whole bunch of projects that you're working on, but first, let's talk about the podcast. Because I'm a podcaster and we can talk about podcasts. So
it's called Grown Ass Girls.
Uh-huh.
Grown ass girls, stands for grown ass girls.
Bag.
This is
Yeah.
gonna be where really you get to see who we truly are. Because a lot of people just see us when we're on stage and as artists. We give you a little sneak peek of us every now and then if we go live or do
Mm-hmm.
something like that. But this time you're gonna be really involved in our lives. So it's a little more than a podcast. It's gonna be part podcast, part you're gonna see our everyday lives and how we are.
Yeah. Podcast
All of
reality.
it. Like we're
Yeah.
really opening ourselves up. Never really. I don't think we really let people in like that. So this is our time where we said, you know what? Let's open ourselves up. So that's what you're
Yeah.
gonna get. Yeah.
So whose idea was it to start a podcast?
Well, actually, always done like what do you call it, a podcast? It was more like the online. I don't know. How do you
Like
was that
online.
radio?
Lives on the
Yeah,
radio?
like radio things with other people, and it was
Yeah.
good. And people would just tell us how funny we were and all those things, and we still were kind of shy about it. Certain things didn't work out the way we thought they would, and we just kept trying to like
Right.
figure out our path. And then B Fine from Full Force, he had an idea to have people, artists from the 90s period, just to see what they go through. But then when
Mm-hmm.
him being around us, he got to see how we were. And he was like, I think you guys would be perfect because y'all are grown, but y'all are not
Mm.
so serious, or y'all take life so hard and y'all don't know how to have a good time. He was like, because
Right.
everybody, wants to be boss bitches. And it's cool. I'm not knocking boss bitches, but I think sometimes we take life too seriously, and we're about love and having fun. So that's how it all came together.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that because that's how I am. I'm like, y'all too serious.
Yeah.
It's too much,
Yeah.
or y'all miserable. It's either serious or miserable. Why is everybody miserable?
Yeah.
So, what are
I
we
don't
going to
get that
talk
at all.
about on this podcast? Like, is there a particular subject matter, a niche where you are, or
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much gonna be like how we're doing right now. Like we'll probably have like certain topics, on specific days, or we'll interview somebody, another celebrity, or whoever. It could be an actor, doctor, writer, whoever. And then we have like other little aspects of the show where we'll show things from like our past, and kind of like share that with you guys, and then it'll be intertwined. I don't want to say too much because then it kind of like
yeah, yeah,
says
yeah.
too much about how we're gonna link it. But it's pretty. It's like Aaliyah said, it's just pretty much gonna be an introduction to how we just a little while ago, how social media, they love to see the drama, they love to see the
Mhm.
crazy, and we always had it in our heads that we wanted to do something like this, but we wanted it to be done correctly. We don't want it to be ratchet, and it doesn't have to
Right,
be all about oh, today we're gonna argue and it's gonna be a
right.
fight, somebody's gonna get a drink thrown in their face. It can be
Right.
done properly, you know what I mean? So, and now that we have people that are behind it and see the vision, I think it's gonna be cool. You
Yeah.
get to see us in all our glory, so to speak.
I love that. That sounds so
Yeah.
exciting. And you guys have so much experience and content
Yeah.
behind what you do. So I think people following you get to see so much, and as artists, I think people see you as artists, but they don't get to see you as people and human people and like just hear
Right.
your voice and do that. So that's pretty cool that you get to be in a space where you're like, all right, we're
Yeah.
gonna kind of
Show who
like
we are.
let
Yeah.
you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And share that. So has it been working in a group all these years? How long have you guys been together?
Oh gosh.
we grew up
Professionally,
together.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Professionally, it's going to be 27 years, but we've been together for as long as we can remember. Like our families were close, so that's how we are together. And it's easy for us because we've been around each other anyway. So it wasn't like we
Mm-hmm.
had to get to know each other. It wasn't like we had to find
Right.
out about each other. We already knew each other, so everything came as simple as it could. It was really
Yeah.
sisters. Like we're really sisters. For real.
Yeah, I was about to say that, just like growing up with your sister or your cousins and people who are
Yeah.
close to your family, it's
Right.
been the same exact
Yeah.
way.
Same exact way. Right.
So what happens when we don't all agree on something? Like, how do we take a vote?
Oh, we argue. Oh, we definitely.
Yeah.
we get it in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because we're gonna always find ourselves in a space where, like, we've always been the type of girls where it's like, all right, majority rules, but when it comes down to something that really has to be talked about, it's just a matter of what makes sense and what's better for the brand and what's better for the full outcome of what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? So like we try
And when
not to argue, but it happens. It goes down.
Yeah, it happens. But when it comes to,
It
I
happens.
must say, when it comes to the business, most of the time we pretty much are on the same page because we
Right.
know it affects us. But again, like I said, we grew up together, so it's personal stuff involved. Like, so we're in each other's
Mhm.
lives for real. Like,
Yeah.
Somebody's messing up, we gotta say it. One of our kids is doing something, we're in it, like we're in each other's lives. So it's
Right.
more so. But when it comes to business, most of the time we're pretty much on the same page. It's not like knockdown dragouts about what we're gonna do,
Right.
what's the next step, or anything like that.
Right.
That is so cool, and you say it so humbly, because I know that 27 years and different personalities is not easy.
Absolutely.
Like I know
Oh,
that, and so
that's
it's
the part right there.
admirable to say
Yeah.
to say that with so much grace, and I
Yeah.
actually believed you, because no, I did,
I'm glad.
I
Thank you.
did.
No, it's true.
You know,
But
and
that's
I can
part of the
smell
reason why I
bullshit.
was saying too. Yeah, that's part of the reason, because like you said, it's three of us. It's when we say three totally different personalities, like we may mesh at certain points, but it's literally like a three-headed monster, like that we have
Yeah,
to tame
definitely.
each other.
Like
You know what
the
I mean?
people
So
that work with us, we like feel sorry for them because we know it's a lot. Like we even say it,
for
we know we're a
real.
lot. We know we're a lot. We're dealing with three females at that, with three
Hmm.
different personalities. So we know it's a lot for them, but we understand, and that's the main thing that we know. And
Right.
we
And we
try to
come
do the
with
best we
a
can.
warning sign.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of disclaimers. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that for you. So what else is going on? You have the podcast coming up. What else is going on?
So we've been dipping our toes into the acting scene. So we are now involved with a web series that is written and produced by Chanel Red. Shout outs to her.
Yeah.
She's worked with a billion people.
Yeah.
But it's a web series that's going to be called Legacy. It's about four young women who are running a record label together, and all the hoopla and drama that comes with that. And then it's also the drama that comes in within each individual character. So it's gonna
Right.
be quite messy, but it's interesting. We've
Yeah.
been having a lot of fun doing that. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, did we lose the sound?
Did we lose the sound? We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, you went out, Karen.
Oh.
There you go.
Whose idea was that to say, like, let's do this project?
Well, when Chanel asked about it, like when she was letting us know like what her vision was, and she asked us if we want to be a part of it, we were like, because we love her, so we was like,
I
of
can't
course,
hear.
definitely. You can't hear me?
Yeah, hold on.
You say you can hear me, sister?
I can
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah, I hear both of you guys.
She can't hear me. I hear baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. It's the babies. Hold on. Hold on.
Was yours loading too? Like, did it kind of go out and start loading, like doing the circle?
No, yours
Oh
did that?
Lord, yes. I hope my thing don't start acting up.
No, you're clear. You're perfect from what I see.
No, but at one point when
And
we like first started, it was doing the like y'all went out and it was doing the circle thing, like loading. So I
oh,
didn't know if
okay.
it was me, but I guess.
It could have been mine, because I know mine went off for a quick second and it came back. Hopefully you don't do that again. Because it like stopped for a second, it came back.
Yeah. Ah, I have this heat. I'm freezing.
It's cold in it?
But I'm downstairs in the studio thing.
Oh,
Kind of chilly.
Okay. Can you hear me?
yes.
Now we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay. So we're going to take that again, and then I'll just have to edit it out. So I'm just going to give a minute.
Okay.
Whose idea was it to take on that project?
Well, actually, we were working with Chanel Red on music because she's an
Right.
amazing writer. So we were working with her as far as music, and then she came up with the idea that she wanted to start writing movies, short films. She just wanted to get into that part of the industry. And we were like, oh, that sounds great. Then her and Sissy Akisa started talking about like different just things that you go through in life as
Yeah.
females, as women, being in this industry, as well as personal lives. And they started getting to the writing of the script. And then we were like, who works with what and who would be great with this part? And it came
Yeah.
together, and we were so excited to be a part of it.
So we're
Yeah.
moving from music now into like acting and writing.
Music is always gonna be there, but we want to
Oh,
be a
yeah,
part
that's always
of
going to be number one.
all of it because we have so much stuff creatively that we want to get out. We've been dealing with our thoughts and our ideas for years and just never
Yes.
really had a way or knew how to like get it out there. And now we're finally meeting the right people who are helping us put the things that we've always wanted to do out there, and it just feels amazing. It really
If
does.
I mean, if
you
you
were,
think about it, we've been acting all our lives, even through music. Like sometimes we
Yeah.
had
videos,
songs
yeah.
that we were performing, and we didn't know what the hell we were talking about, but we sang them, And
Right.
so now it's just a matter of just taking it from a different aspect, and it's been fun.
That's pretty cool. What would you tell somebody now? Like, because you've been doing this for a long time. So if you met like a young artist now and they wanted to get into the industry and they were a female and they were the age you were when you started, like what would you say to them? Like hindsight being 2020. No, I'll make it even harder for you. I'll make it even harder. I'll make it even harder. What would you tell yourself? What would you tell your younger self?
Be smarter. Do some research.
Listen to the moms.
Listen to your parents.
Because there were a lot of things that parents were trying to warn us about just off of vibes that they felt from people that we were about to work with or going to work with, and they just didn't feel right about it. And we're just young, and again, we've said this for years. We just wanted to sing, like we just what we wanted to do. So we were like, it's fine, it'll work out, and we'll be fine. We'll get past this hump, and we kept just getting past the hump, and we didn't listen. That was our downfall. We didn't listen to the people that we should have been listening to, and we had to learn the hard way. So if we could save people from learning the hard way,
yeah, absolutely.
That would be it.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't completely rebellious, but we just had like this, this spirit about us where we wanted to do what we wanted to do, and just to get to that point. And we were very naive, and we just believed everything everybody told us, as opposed to, kind of using discernment a little bit more. So
I think that happens to a lot of artists. I think that happens to a lot of artists, especially on your first project, right? Because those are the things you learn afterwards. Right. Because I know so many people, and it's like the first record, the first album, the first tour. It's like we didn't know how to read the contract. We didn't know how we were supposed to get paid. We didn't know we were supposed to, and so those things are kind of like we didn't know we had to get a lawyer to do this and that. And so I think a lot of those things you learn later. Because
I mean, I think for us, it's funny, we were told these things, but the people that were telling us is also telling us who the lawyer is going to be, telling us who the manager is going to be, telling us who, and because we always say this, we grew up with families that, it's love and people that are honest and they teach you to do things the right way. So we're coming in this industry, even though you hear the stories and everybody says it from Motown and, everybody has horror stories. We just went in there thinking, well, we're nice and we love people. So
the world will be nice to me if I'm nice to it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if we do right by people, they'll do right by us, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I was taught that too as a little kid. Like if you be nice to people, people will be nice to you. And then I grew up. Yeah. Because that's not, we want to think the best of people, but the reality of the world is that
not everybody is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so you kind of got to protect yourself, but it just is what it is. And that, it just is what it is. And that's life. So what's the writing process when y'all get together and y'all like, yo, all right, I'm gonna write a song. Do you write individually and bring it to the table? Or do you like go to the studio and say, okay, we're all gonna write together?
Well, sometimes sometimes somebody will just have an idea that they were working on at home and then we'll bring it together. Or sometimes if we're together, we'll just have an idea and be like, oh yeah, that's dope, let's do that. And that's how it works. It could come out of nowhere. Like, we'll be eating and an idea will come in our heads and we're like, that's a dope song idea, or that's this or whatever. And that's how we kind of,
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous.
Why?
I'm sitting here, I'm like, I just want to be so in sync with I just want to be so in sync with someone like that. Like, because I don't think I've ever been that in sync with someone like, yo, that's dope. Like, I feel like I'm just in another place like that. I just find that so cool.
I mean, we're just very honest with each other too, because if it's whack, we say that too. Be like, girl.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because
there's times, there's times like where we like Sissy said, like we've all penned some things together, just thoughts or whatever, and like, oh, I think this would be cool for like a chorus, or like she said, we could just be together and be like, oh, that would be funny for this, and we'll put it down. But me personally, I've learned throughout the years that I get my mojo better when I'm with both of them. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's almost
You
like
bounce off
we
each other.
feed off of each other, and you know, you could have one thought and then it turns into this whole new project because now they're adding their elements. So that's always been easy for me. But yeah, we're weird when it comes to that. We're all over the
That is
place.
so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I even have that with my siblings. I'm like, you don't even know what my favorite color is, bro.
Aw.
I don't.
Siblings can be a lot. Sometimes.
But it's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, they're the best gift that your parents ever give you. I think.
She said no.
No. Like I'll give them back.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
I mean, if you didn't have them, you would say you want them.
Yeah.
And when you
absolutely.
have them, you don't want them.
Yeah.
Well, I come
definitely
from
grateful.
even though I come from being an older sister, I don't have an so that's why I'm like gravitate to them because in the group I'm the youngest, even though it's not
She's
by
the
much.
baby.
But
Yeah.
I'm the baby, and I enjoy that feeling, even though I still kind of have my older sister way about me, even in that. But I still enjoy. I like having older sisters because I didn't have like blood older siblings. I didn't like
Yeah.
being an older. I don't like. Being
Oh, so in the group you
Yeah.
get
My
to be
siblings
the
do that a
little
lot.
sister, but at home
Yeah.
you're the big
Kinda.
sister.
And it's funny, I kind of feel the same way because I only have like a younger brother, but I never had a younger sister, and I always wanted that. So
So
there you
y'all
go.
just made your own sister group,
That's
and
it.
Yeah,
that's it.
basically.
God was like, "You won't want that here. Take a little
Right.
bit of this over there."
Yeah. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it.
She definitely plays the
cool.
role of the baby. She milks it too.
Where's your background? Like, where are you all from? Are you all born in New York?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm born and raised in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Yeah. Lala is from Lala's born and raised in New York as well, but she's from the Bronx, and I'm from Spanish Harlem. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got like all of New York covered too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
There's like nothing left. We don't count that other borough out there.
Oh, that's not nice. We
We
embrace
don't. Nobody.
all the boroughs.
We don't count.
Right.
We don't count that borough out there. Nobody count. They don't got T-shirts. We don't count that borough.
Not they don't got t-shirts. I can't even do.
Nobody knows about you. The train
Wait,
don't
which
go there.
borough?
Listen.
Which borough are you talking about specifically? You talking about Staten Island?
Yeah.
All right, but we got Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang got t-shirts.
Okay. No, we got Method Man. The rest of them, I don't.
Not just Method. Why you
That's all I
excluding
want.
everybody?
That's all I want. We
said we
gonna
already
take
got
Method
Method
Man. We could cut off the whole rest of that Staten Island.
Oh no.
Our big brothers
Jesus.
from the Force MDs are from Staten Island, so we gonna
Okay.
embrace Staten
Yeah, we got to
Island.
rep for them
Okay.
too.
All right. We'll make them a T-shirt.
We'll make them a they had what is it, Letterman sweaters and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got a lot of
They represent it.
They represent
So, what do you guys do for fun?
Ugh.
now.
Yeah.
What's so funny? It's gonna sound kind of crazy, but what we do for fun is we stay in the house.
But like in the house,
And I'm not trying to be
I
funny.
said now.
Right, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, okay, we like the cliche stuff. Like, we love to go to the movies and
Yeah.
maybe go to dinner every now and again. But whenever you catch us having like a really, really good time, we're at somebody's house.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
doing karaoke or just
Right.
eating most of the time. 98% of the
yeah. 99.9% of the time food is involved.
we eating.
Food,
It's gonna involve some food.
We rather be inside where we
Yeah.
know we don't have to worry.
We're safe.
Just us. We're safe, and that's how we have a good time.
Oh, I love
It's
that. I thought
mean,
it was
we do
just me.
things every now and then, but
Mhm.
when you see us out, it's work related most of the time.
Right.
It's not
Yeah.
really,
Right.
but you'll
I
catch
get
all
it.
of our footage. We're in the house, like she said.
I
In the
feel
house.
seen.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
I
glad.
do. Because my friends be like, you don't want to go out. I be like, why?
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I think.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. hmm
Mm-mm. So I don't know. I think maybe we've like that generation. We've outgrown some of that stuff. Like I will
I don't
go if
know.
there's an event or stuff
You know
happening.
what's funny? Honestly, for us, we never were really partiers like that. Like going
Right.
to the club, it was
Yeah.
work related. Like 'cause
It was
we
all
had
work
to
related,
go,
right.
We had to do it, but like for us to just go, oh, let's go to the such. We weren't like that. Even when
Yeah,
we were
I've
younger.
never
Yeah.
been like that.
We
Yeah,
the
I've
only
never
thing
been
that I
like,
can
what's
catch
popping this weekend? It's
Yeah,
Friday.
right.
Where
It's
we
never
been?
been like that. I think the only thing for me, like like my other sister, my older sister, like she'll call me and be like, "You want to go?" And then she just texts me. That's so crazy. Like she'll be like, "You want to go to karaoke?" Because one of our cousins, he does karaoke, so we go to support like the venue. But it's something that's always just revolved around family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You rarely will catch us out. And unless somebody's taking us on a date, which ain't happening a lot over on the bottom square, but you know, we're just in the house anyway. And we're moms. I'm a
This
grandma.
one too. This one
I'm just
too.
saying, I'm a grandma, so I'm with the kiddies most of the time. So I don't really have too much of a social life.
Let's talk about that, because do you think like it's harder dating now?
Yeah, and not because of the kids.
No, I
There's
don't.
definitely
I don't think
a
it's
whole
because of
lot of
kids.
pee in the pool. A
Yeah,
little bit
I
of shit
don't.
too. Oh, can I say
No,
shit?
you could say on this podcast we say whatever it is that we want to say.
Okay, so there's a whole lot of shit going on too.
Yeah.
Um,
So what are people supposed to do?
stay in the house. Stay in the damn house.
Exactly. Drink your water, mind your business, and
Yeah.
stay
Because
home.
it seems like such a sensitive subject sometimes for people to be like, oh, well, I can't meet someone. And then I don't know, like I'm old school to some extent. Like I don't want to go
Yeah.
on no dating app. I don't want
Yeah.
to
No,
do it.
well, I'm definitely not doing that because that freaks me out. That gives me anxiety to a level that we don't even know existed. But I think for me, I've just gotten at this big age, I've gotten to a point where I've tried to reevaluate myself and trying my best to take accountability a lot more of the things that I do and the reasons why I stay in situations. And I don't blame nobody for anything that I've been through, whether it be relationships and they didn't go right or whatever the case is. But at the same time, I'm not in the space of caring too much about meeting new people
Right.
because I feel like every time I meet somebody, it's the same person recycled into a different body. No matter how much they say, well, I'm different or I'm this. It's like,
Right.
nah, bruh, you're not. And I
Yeah.
can't deal with this whole new like social media has created all these new terms like but they're real, like all the gaslighting
Yeah.
and the every time you speak your mind it's turns to an argument. I don't have to, like, if we can't sit
Yeah.
and communicate as adults because you're still on a mindset, you're acting as if you're grown but you're still doing the same old shit.
Right.
I just can't tolerate it. I got kids already in the house. I ain't
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
babysit a grown-ass man. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just,
There's too much of that.
I understand 110%.
Yeah.
I've never been too big on the dating thing, but I'm coming out of marriage with a person that I've known since I was in high school. So
Right.
even somebody you think you know, that don't always work out either. So
Right.
I was about to call you Tessa. See, but now watch, somebody gonna offer a deal. Watch.
I'm just saying, I
Gotta
don't
tell
have
your
50
story.
bucks to tell you, but
Oh, you froze
Did she
up, sissy.
freeze?
I'm
A
probably
little bit. You froze up a little bit when you moved a certain way. You good now?
better now.
Yes.
Okay. Like Sissy said, she's taking accountability. I'm learning myself a lot now,
Yeah.
being older. Like I had to learn that I can be kind of cold-hearted. I can be like, I have to learn how to be I had to learn how I'm learning to be. I didn't have to learn because I don't have it down yet, but I had to learn how to be more of a I don't want to say understanding, but I'm not the most emotional person when it comes to a relationship.
Relationships.
So
Yeah.
it could come off to a person like she doesn't really care, but I care in my way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I had to learn that the person for me has to understand
thumbs
who
up.
I am. I was doing the thumbs up. I hate that thing. Stop it. The person I had to learn who's the right person for me, and the right person for me would be the person who gets all of me, and vice versa, me getting all of them. Not me just accepting somebody's flaws and trying to make things easy for them, but they're not really trying to understand me. I went through that for a very long time, being with a
Right.
person that I thought understood me, but really didn't. So
Right.
shut down, and then it's a wrap after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And I think for me, it's the opposite. Like I was always the one that was very emotional when it comes to everything, like relationships, family, friends, everything. Like I feel everything on like a level that can sometimes be like, girl, please stop feeling. Like just go to bed. But when it comes to relationships, I think I've put myself in too many situations where I thought more about the person and how I made them feel. And as long as they feel peaceful around me and this and the third, but the whole time I'm adding and trying to create this peace, and all you're doing is draining me and making me feel like an asshole for even thinking about caring about you that much. So now I'm getting to a point where I'm kind of getting to that cold side, and that hurts me. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I feel like if I don't, then people gonna think I'm a doormat all my life, and I don't have time for that shit no more.
I don't think that means that you're cold. I think that means that you have boundaries.
it's boundaries, but it's boundaries to a certain point now that I've taken so much disrespect and so much of this narcissistic energy that's been floating around, and now it's to a point that it's like, do I value myself at all? You know what I mean? Like you got, that's why I said I sit back and I'm just looking at myself like, what's wrong with you? Like you deserve a lot more better than that, and you're just taking whatever because you want to see good in people, and I'm over it.
You gotta see it for what it is.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Yeah, I think it's tough.
Aside.
But I think after you get out of those relationships, because a lot of things that you were saying, I could resonate with, but it wasn't until after my divorce that I figured those things out. It wasn't until after, like going through the process and kind of getting to the other end of healing, when you like look at yourself and you're like, okay, why was I going through this? Why did I stay this long? Why did I? And you start looking at yourself, and that's part of the healing process. And kind of really looking at things and then digging deeper into yourself and go like, you know what?
Absolutely.
Did this person understand me? Did I understand myself? Am I the same woman I was then now?
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's a whole nother conversation. Like I'm not the same person.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. It's funny. I went to a live podcast with my sister recently, and this gentleman by the name of Tahoe, this girl she kept asking like, well, I just want to know why he did this and why, because she wanted closure from her ex. And everybody was like, leave it alone. Like if he didn't want to give you closure then it's just not meant. But some people just need that. And people kept saying it. And she was like, but I just want to know why he keeps doing that. And he's like, at this point, you're happening to you because you keep staying there. Like whether you're there physically or not, you're still mentally attached to this person. And the reason. And that's heavy on people sometimes, especially when, like you said, when you look at your life and you think like, damn, I should have said this during the argument, or when we were trying to communicate, maybe I should have brought this up in this way. But once it's all said and done, it's like, what you got, So you just kind of sit back and I hate to say it, but like, lessons learned should transcend into like a better next time. But sometimes those next times are scary too. And that's where I'm at right now. I don't even know if I want a next time.
Yeah. No, I
like my dog. I love my dog.
No, I definitely get that, because I think after people are hurt, well, I don't think I'm hurt anymore. I think for me, I just don't have time for bullshit. I feel like you. Like I don't have time. I don't have time for bullshit. Yeah. Like come healed. Come with your own damn kids, because you ain't getting none here. I hope they don't like me. They don't have to. I'm here for the daddy.
They don't like me. I hope they don't like me.
I'm here for the daddy. They don't have to like me. I don't need to, like, they don't have to.
No, the kids need to like you.
But they could be like, I don't like you. That's okay. I'll accept it. I'll be a great stepmom. But if they don't want me to be their stepmom, I ain't fighting with them. That's fine.
No, I get it. I understand that part.
Yeah, definitely.
It's okay. I hope they grown too. They better be big. Don't come in. You ain't putting no car seat in my car.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I ain't going with you to Chuck E. Cheese. I don't like Chuck E. Cheese. I went to Chuck E. Cheese once. Some little kid kept following me around. I said, little girl, where's your mom? She pointed at me. I said, is this how men feel? I did not like it. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it.
I'm dead serious. I don't like Chuck E. Cheese.
Me neither.
I feel like somebody gonna get hurt.
For sure.
So yeah, no, I get it. Like I'm not. You get to a certain age, you're just like, yo, I've been through enough. I'm not with the shits.
Yeah.
Like if it can't be easy going, like what's the point? Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah, but it's also crazy that we're in a society where there's like so much, where there's so many people, but we can't get it right.
Right.
But because you know what it is, that we're not in a time like when we were growing up. This love that's out now, or this idea of love, or how to get it. It wasn't. This is not what I grew up on. It's so different. Mm-hmm. Like there's so many terms and so many, expectations. Like back in the day, I remember we used to meet people and it was, a conversation. Oh, I like you, and we had personalities. It matches up, and you like the same things and whatever. And talking was cool. You could pick up the phone and talk. Mm-hmm. Not everything is through. Everybody want to argue through text and have all these expectations. But you have these expectations of what you want from a person, and you can't even reciprocate that. But you want so much from, and that part right there is the part that boggles me. Like you're expecting so much, but you're not even willing to even hold up your end of the bargain. And
that part,
girl, I don't like it.
What do you bring to the table?
But damn the table, like I'm so sick of the table too. Like can we just sit at the table?
I'm sorry.
What do you bring to the table?
I'm so sick
because it's like what?
Table. Because look, damn it. Like
Right.
like Sissy said, we grew up on watching when people want to say power couple and all that bullshit. We grew up
Yeah,
with people
please.
like Florida and James Evans. They didn't have nothing
Hello.
but love,
Mm-hmm.
and
A
that
damn
got them
thing.
through. They had to struggle, but they had each other. They had love. We like that's what you should be striving for. Like striving for
Right.
that type of love. Someone that's gonna be with you no matter what, and you're gonna
Right.
get through it together. I think everybody just is so caught up in you gotta bring something. I gotta bring something. How about bring your heart? Bring your
Exactly. How about
honesty,
just
bring your
show up?
loyalty, bring
Your
your integrity,
integrity.
Absolutely.
and that exactly
Absolutely.
like that's what we
And
should
that's
be
the
looking
problem.
for.
Right. But then the
But
thing is
that's
that
the
now,
problem. The relationships like that, you don't see anymore. You don't see the Cosby Show. You
but you
don't see
know
the
why?
Jeffersons. You don't see, you don't
Good
see
time,
good
right?
times. You don't
Right.
see those relationships where the younger generation gets to see that in
Right.
front of them. What they see is this bullshit. So this is this is what we're getting.
Right.
This
I
is just
think,
this is another different, like the older is dying out, and
yeah.
that's why we're in the situation we're in, because it's
Right. Right. It's just like I said, it's frustrating because it should be as simple as just as looking across to your partner and saying, okay, everything is not going to, there's no such thing as perfection. There's no such thing as a
right.
perfect
Right,
relationship at all. I don't care
right.
what anybody says, there's not. But as long as we can sit together and communicate, and again, communication is not going to always be 99.9, 100%. You're going to
Right.
disagree, you're going to agree to disagree, whatever the case may be, but it should never turn into an argument or why you feel this way. It should just be finding a solution. And if you have somebody that's constantly showing up for you, even when they don't got it, but
Right.
you're still showing up for the person because you see what they've been through and you just want to be a place or a thing of peace for that person. If
Right.
that's not enough, then the people just, it must be a grass that's another shade of green that I ain't heard of, because these mofos out here, and
Yeah.
a lot of these men, a lot, not all, but a lot of these men are tapping, and I love that for them, that they're tapping into like this feminine side, or like their, should I say feminine side? Because I don't want to emasculate anybody. But what I'm saying is they're tapping into what they feel like they're worth and what they deserve.
Mhm.
But now it's like, can I? Oh, now I got fireworks. Can we?
Woo!
And it's like, I want that for you, but can we also agree that I'm the woman in the relationship? And you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we're supposed to uphold a
Yeah,
certain.
I'm
It's a lot. It's a lot.
honestly,
Yeah.
even though I hate all these cliche terms that they come
Yes.
up with nowadays, but I
Yes.
do want to be in my soft girl
In my
era.
soft
Like I
era.
don't want to
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
be,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
I
Yeah.
don't want
Can
to
I be
have to. I'm not
submissive?
with it.
Yeah.
Like I get what Sissy's saying, and probably a lot of people will be like, "Well, that's not cool." I want my man to be the man. Like I want you
Exactly.
to be the man. I want you to guide me. That doesn't make me stupid. That doesn't make me. I
Right.
want to be a submissive woman. And when I say that, that
Absolutely.
doesn't mean staying home
I
barefoot and
want to be a
pregnant, not
dummy.
having dreams and that. That's
Right.
not what that means. But I want my
And it doesn't
man
mean I stay
to be
quiet.
the man. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying? Like
I done a lot of work on this, because I was in a relation, I was married, and my mom used to be like, Karen, you're the husband.
Oh God.
And I was in my masculine energy. And I was like, why? I didn't know what that meant, because back in those days, nobody knew what masculine energy was. And it wasn't until recently I realized I obviously I'm scrolling and I see this guy speak to it. And this is what he said. He said that a woman who is in a relationship but is not safe, whether emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever,
yes.
Right.
financially, and feels that she has to lead, is going to then shift to her masculine energy, because she's picking up where he's lacking.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I ended up being the husband and the wife in a relationship. And so then I got to the point, if I'm the husband and the wife and paying the mortgage and they're my cars and I take care of the kids, well, then I don't really need you here.
Well, okay, but
Well.
oh no, because understanding to everyone goes through some like rough times. It might be something that happened. It's not that it was a situation where your ex-husband was kind of like not trying to do anything, or was he like trying to work on
Just going
something
through
and
a
it's just
thing. Yeah.
taking
He
time and he's
told
going through a time?
me that he want to be a
The way
house
she just said
husband.
he's that's different.
I've
I said,
never
what the fuck
heard
is
that.
that?
All right, dude. I was trying to
Oh.
help you, but okay.
I said, what the fuck is a
You
house
tried
husband?
to.
Because I never heard of that shit before.
Me
He
neither.
said, I'm going to stay home and you could go to work like a housewife. I said,
Like
the
he said
kids
that out
is,
his mouth. Like
yeah, but
he
so
went like
here's
this.
I
That's how
come
it's
from
talking?
He went like,
yes. Like he said it out his
Yeah.
mouth. And I can't
like,
respect somebody like
I
that
can't get my
because
thumb
I'm
down.
attracted to ambition.
Yes.
I'm attracted to ambition. So if I meet you, I don't care how fine you are. If you're not doing something with yourself, I'm not going to like you very long. Like I'm not going to be
Right.
attracted to
Yeah.
you very long.
That's
It's
always
going to
been my
wear
thing. Like, as
off.
long as you try, like, there's nothing bad or nothing wrong with a trying man as long as you're trying.
Right, as long as
But
you're
if you
trying.
sit there, because realistically speaking, if the shoe's on the other foot, I don't know nowadays a lot of men who would want to hear a woman say, "Well, I just want to be a stay-at-home wife," because honestly, I don't have that kind of time. I want to be able to get up and be productive and be creative and move around and do whatever. But it's like there's so much out there that it's confusing and it's frustrating to even talk about sometimes, especially when you're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with, again, like Sissy said, like, very much want to be in my soft girl era, and I want to be submissive, and I want to be this safe space for you, because I know that men
Mhm,
deserve that as well. You know what I mean? They don't
mhm,
Right.
get
mhm,
they don't get the same support that we do, and she
mhm.
can attest. We talk about this all the time, but at the same time, how can I create this space for you if you yourself are not showing up the way you're supposed to, or you're being manipulative, or you're being narcissistic, and you're giving me your representative. And that's what men
Right.
say about us all the time. Like, we show up and it's the representative, and then we meet who you really are after. And it's like, dudes, y'all
Yeah,
y'all
it's
ain't
the
too
same
far from
thing.
paddling the boats. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's just not a good energy to be in, period. And it's so hard to find someone who is not about all that. I feel like everybody's just out to be an opportunist and just to use people, and not necessarily be in for the long haul. And that's the part that makes me feel like I'm gonna just stay with my puppy and maybe get five more. Because at this point, it's annoying. It's
Yeah,
annoying.
Well,
it
I
sounds
don't care about your
tedious.
favorite color.
I feel where Susie's coming from, but I have to say, I can honestly say now, I think I found that right person that gives me
Thank God, and
what
I'm living
I should have,
vicariously through you.
and that I feel like this is what it's supposed to be. Like this is what it's
But you know,
supposed to
but you
be.
know
You know what I'm saying?
why? But you know why? Because her person is mature. Her person has been through things. Her person has lived. Her person has been through the bullshit, and now
Right. So
refuses
they're
at
on the
this.
same thing you on. They're like,
So
I'm not with
right,
the
but
shit.
it's also because I know my sister. Like, regardless to what she's saying about cold hearted and this and that, the dudes that we've seen each other be with, like, I can, like, girl. So, but what I'm saying is, when you're with somebody who appreciates, right, a woman who's been through all that, but
Mm.
it's still, you don't see it, you don't feel it on her energy. Her energy is still very much love. You get what I'm saying? I don't even, I
Yeah.
want to say, I just think of Diddy, but you get what I'm saying? Like, she still wants to feel that, and she still wants to give that. So when you have a person who went through things as well, and maybe they didn't feel valued and they didn't feel seen, and now you got somebody who sees you and absolutely sees all of
Right.
you, there's no reason to play games. And that's the problem.
Right.
Everybody's too busy playing games and not really paying mind to what's really, really important about love.
Yeah.
And it, oh my God, it just makes me
And
so
trust
mad.
and
I want to hit
believe, if
something.
this doesn't work out, I'm switching teams. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh,
I'm done.
damn.
All right, all right. So,
Okay, we
Listen,
don't have to go all the way there. No, you know what?
no, I'm
I mean,
done.
Even
yeah,
with
I'm
all
let
of
me
done.
tell you
this
I'm
something.
done.
conversation,
When I
I'm
At
say
this,
I'm
I'm
at
done,
I'm
this
I'm
still a
done.
point,
lover. I still believe in love. I do. I believe
me
that in
too.
love. I believe that there are
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I
happy
believe in
people
it
out
now. Yes.
there.
Yes.
I believe that there
Yeah.
is a person. I don't know where they are, but I still believe in it.
Oh,
I don't know
it's probably not
why.
a person. We probably need another species to be created.
Right.
I don't
Another
know
creature. I
why.
don't
I
know.
still believe. I
Yeah.
still
I'm
I
believe.
about
Like I
to
believe
have.
because,
build.
like I
I'm
said,
about to build me a man.
right, building man. Like I said, I believe
Right.
in it because I'm actually now experiencing it for real. But all
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
saying is, I'm not trying to put bad
Yeah.
mojo or whatever on it.
One of my
If
hearts.
it
Yeah,
ain't,
I gave you
I'm
hearts.
done.
See,
I'm done with men. I'm done with
I
y'all.
gave you hearts.
I'm so for real.
That is so
Thank
funny.
you.
All right, so we are gonna move to our we were I was gonna say we're gonna give relationship advice, but I think we gave a lot of advice
I
in
don't
our
even know if it was
relationship
advice.
remix.
We were just mad. I don't
For
know
I
if we
mean,
helped
real.
it's
anybody.
I think I
useful
still need advice. I
information.
need
They
advice.
probably like, these bitches is giving advice. They need advice.
Right.
Okay,
Like,
let me
I don't,
sum
like,
it up. The
honestly,
love
like,
is
I'm
out
glad that this is
there.
just conversation, because I don't feel like I'm even equipped to even give advice. And it's funny because I give advice to everybody else. Everybody's like, "Oh, you always give me so much advice. Can I have some for me?" It never works for me though. That's so weird. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah,
But
maybe you're the
Just giving
person
you
that just
advice. You
gives the
always
advice.
listen. Don't play yourself.
huh?
I said,
What
I'll be giving
happened?
you advice. You don't always listen, but so I'm saying.
No. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. What I'm saying is, I'm saying like as from my own perspective, like when people always come in with, well, what should I say
Yeah.
in this situation? But like I'm always good when it comes
Well,
to
it's
that.
always
But
easier when it's someone else's situation.
yeah,
It's always
absolutely. But
easier.
yeah,
Yeah.
I never listen. I mean, I don't think anybody truly listens wholeheartedly, but I never listened. I was always like, but I love him. I felt like Selena, but I love him, ma. Like I didn't listen. Hence the reason. Yeah. See?
That's so
Shit
funny.
happens.
Well, I mean, at least you kind of like you got to go through some stuff
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for how
to,
long? For how
Yeah, that's the thing. It has
long?
to end at some point. Like
It
even
gotta
if you
stop
just,
after a while. Like,
yes. Okay, I'm trying to
because
find the
I don't want
bright
to be the
side
same
to this.
person. Please.
I
yeah.
feel like I wouldn't be this is what I tell myself so that I don't have bad days or walk around and be angry. Seriously. I try to tell myself that you wouldn't be the woman you are today had you not go through some of the things that you went through. And so
Nah,
you have to
dog, I
grow
could have
through
skipped some
things
of
to
the shit
be
I went through. I'm good on that.
you have to go through some of those things to get to where you are now. You wouldn't appreciate this relationship you have now the way you
No,
do
I
now.
would. No, I really would. Some things I don't feel like I had to go through to get here. I'm
It
like,
didn't have to be
we could have
so
skipped some of
hard.
that.
Yeah, it's like
We
I
can
don't
skip
want no
some of
more
that shit real
lessons,
quick.
Lord. I'm quite the scholar at this point. Damn. Like
I
enough already.
tried.
Seriously.
I tried. I did my best. All right. So let's go to our confession cipher
Ugh.
where
Okay.
you guys have to make a confession and preferably something that is funny. Who's going to go first? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a confession that's funny. I don't know.
Like what?
No.
Give me an example so maybe I can try to
Yeah.
find it.
Let's see.
Because I think I'm funny all the time, so that don't work. Just kidding.
You know, Kiki is funny all the time.
Confession.
She's our
Okay,
comedian.
so there's like I used to blame things on my siblings when we were kids, and they always got beat, but it was really me. I used to steal money out of my parents' wallet, but they never caught me.
Oh damn.
Not me, I'm just saying. I had an accident one time at school and I had to go home. You know, I cheated on a test and got away with
Yeah,
it.
shit, we all did that. Okay,
No,
so
I never cheated
maybe
on
I'll
no
go
test.
first. Never?
Yeah, you go first. Never.
All right. The only thing that I
never
can
tried to
think
be
of right
against you,
now,
I didn't.
I know. The only thing that I can think of right now is to say that I can't say if it was in the past because sometimes I do it now. But if I'm in the store for too long and there's too many people and I'm online, I might eat things before I pay for them. And then sometimes I eat it and maybe I don't pay for it after. I don't know. I'm just a confession. I don't know what else to like because it's funny. Like haha funny. I'm like,
Well, I feel like if you ate it, it's gone. So that's it. It's gone. The evidence is gone.
I mean, y'all ain't see me on the camera and come and stop me and tell me don't do it. But I got that from my aunt. My aunt used to do that all the time. She used to always
My
eat
mom
bread and
told me
donuts.
to eat the grapes.
I'm
Like
so
you gotta
skinny,
taste
I
it before
can't
you
do
buy
that.
it.
I'm
Yeah, she
automatically
wouldn't be able
thinking
to do
about
it.
how many other people was
People
touching
touched
before.
it.
I'm too skinny. I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
have.
Yeah, I don't know.
You never slashed nobody's tires?
No, I wasn't that person either.
Oh yeah, we're
Like
not
once I
those
was
type of
done,
girls.
I was
No.
done. I didn't have nothing
Yeah.
to do all that.
We're not vengeful at all. People should be very grateful that we are not as mean as we should be.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, you're right.
So grateful. We are quite the opposite. Damn.
You gotta think
I'm
about
so
Yeah,
lost.
I
Yeah, we
don't
gotta think
know.
about it. Can we?
it. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, but yeah, I would be surprised. I might think of something like, oh, that, but right
Yeah,
now,
it'll
did
come.
that? Yeah.
You're gonna be walking around the house later, and it's gonna come to you, be like, "Oh, I remember that time when I was a teenager, and we used to do." You know, because when you don't realize when you
it's
think
not
back in your
really-
life when you was a teenager, you be like, "Ah, we
well,
did
as
some stuff."
teenagers, I mean, we did because we was cutting all the time from high school,
Yeah.
so we did things like that often. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, mom. Sorry,
Right.
mom. Yeah, like often. We were always cutting.
I mean, we were wild.
Yeah.
We were some wild children sometimes,
Yeah,
but when we got older.
Now I look back, I was like, I would never let my kid do some of that stuff.
Yeah,
no.
no.
I tell my
Who was
daughter
watching us?
I tell my daughter some of the things just so she can know. Like, so I'm hip to all of it, but Don't even
Yeah.
try it. So yeah,
Yeah.
No flat oils for you.
Yeah.
no. Mm-mm.
None of that.
Oh, I mean that's not a confession. That's just kind of like not.
Uh-uh. What?
So one time, names, but so one time we were all out, girls, and we were gonna have like this little get together with some guys that we were dating at the time. But I was actually dating somebody else too. And the place that we went was actually a place that him and I would go. So when I went to go pay this for, with the credit card, it got declined. And I'm like, how's it declined? How's it declined? Come to find out, the girl that was the receptionist, got in contact with him and said, "Hey, your girl is here.
With somebody
Your
else?
girl is here with somebody else." And he told her this card declined. So as I'm like, why my card declined? Why isn't it? He comes just to show me that I see you. Me, I'm too smooth for that shit. I didn't care. I'm like, it is what it is.
Yo.
I'm caught. And that's it. And we went and had a very good time. So that's my confession.
Yo.
Sorry, Mom.
I thought you were gonna say something else. I thought you was going somewhere else with your story, but you veered left. Okay.
I mean, but
I
that was
thought you
a
was about to say
good
about
one.
Hawaii.
No. That one was good.
But
That one was good.
that one was good. Yeah.
That's a good
Let
one.
me retract that. We wasn't actually even together like that. It was just somebody I was dating. It wasn't like, but he was getting
Yeah.
his feelings. So it was kind of like, but the receptionist, I wanted to smack the shit out of her, but
Craziness.
I just was cool. I was like, you really went through all that to get in contact
Yeah,
with
like
me?
for
Like,
Yeah.
real.
hey, but it was cool. We still had a good time.
Can't decline everybody's card, bitch.
Receptionist, mind your business.
Yeah.
Right. Crazy as hell,
You're
man.
doing too much.
Way too much.
That's crazy.
You see how I had to think
Yeah,
about it? So, okay, yeah.
that's
That's
crazy.
But that's a
I
good
almost
one.
forgot about
That
that.
is a good one. See? Now
Yeah,
you
like
can
we
laugh
was, we was
about it.
wild. We was wild.
All right. So
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
next for Allure? What are you guys up to next?
Well, same as usual. We're still traveling, thank you, Jesus. We're still,
Yeah.
got some shows and stuff coming up. Like we said earlier, the podcast, we're still curating that and, getting it to perfection. The legacy website that we're
Hmm.
working on right now.
Hmm.
And, I'm sure people want to hear us say, and we got music, but we're gonna get there. Life has been
We
lifing,
actually,
so
yeah, we're doing a lot.
uh,
We got a lot of things. Like we're businesswomen now, so we have our businesses that we're running and all those things that we got going on. We're vendors for
right.
the New York City Board of Education. We have a cleaning business. We have a t-shirt line. So we
Decor.
have all those things that a
Yeah.
decor line. It's everything. We're doing
A
a
lot
lot.
going on.
So all those things. But we did put out a song and it was free. We didn't even make people pay for it. And you still can find it. It's called Like
Yes.
I Do, featuring Deja B. And you can also
Hmm.
look out for Loving You, which is going to
Loving
be
you.
on the
Yes.
soundtrack for the Legacy web series
Yes.
that we're doing.
Also
So we
written
do
by
have
Chanel.
music in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. We got the song and the video as well coming soon,
Yeah.
hopefully. So
Hmm.
yes, you can look out for
So
that.
y'all are busy.
Yeah.
Which
We,
I am.
we,
Uh-huh.
Which
we
I am.
try.
Well, we're watching. It is time for our dropping gems segment because it's almost time for us to wrap it up. So your sentence is going to start, and I will leave you with this, and you're going to leave us with some gems.
Okay. Hmm. You want to go first?
Oh, it doesn't matter. You can.
Go ahead. You go first.
Okay. I will leave you with this. No matter what, no matter what roadblocks are coming your way, no matter what pitfalls you're having, you have to believe in yourself when no one else does. Because trust and believe, if we didn't believe in ourselves, we would not be sitting here to have an interview today. We would not be still pushing forward. We still wouldn't be doing what we love if we allowed the naysayers to stop us from doing what we truly love. So the
Right.
first person that has to believe in you is you. And then keep your trust in God. Whenever you know, keep your family first and you'll push through.
Love it.
Damn, she pretty much said everything I was going to say. um. Okay. Well, I will say I'll try to add to that without reiterating, but I'll leave you with this. Like she said, always remember who the fuck you are. That's first and foremost. No matter how much life throws at you, no matter how much people may make you feel small, and no matter how much people may try to dim your light, always keep your light on because you are smart. You is important. You is beautiful. You are necessary. You are needed. Um, and yeah, I mean, on a serious note, like, we all want to be seen. We all want to be valued, whether it's in regular life with friends, relationships, family, whatever the case may be. But like Sissy said, like, it doesn't matter if you don't value yourself, if you don't see the beauty in you and you don't see how you make life special as well when you walk into the room and you see how it affects people, then it shouldn't matter what everybody else feels. So make sure you look in the mirror and say, I love you, I value you, and I love you. Because if we keep on pouring into everybody else and not pouring into ourselves, we are going to deteriorate. So please pour into yourself, love yourself, date yourself, see yourself, and that's it. That's all I got. And like she said, keep God first. Family.
I love it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on Say It Loud
Thank you. This was
podcast.
Thank you for
fun.
making
Yeah.
it fun.
Yeah.
Let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Oh, okay, so you can follow us on Instagram, official Allure 97, official Allure 97 on TikTok. We trying to TikTok stuff out. We also have official Allure on YouTube and Allure Live on Facebook. And if you want to email us, I don't know, if you want to be on the podcast, music, scripts, whatever, you can email us at allure.stilltogether@gmail.com. And
Perfect.
someone will get back to you expeditiously.
Expeditiously. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming,
Thank you,
kicking it with
Karen.
me. I had so much
We had a
fun.
great time.
Let me see if it does it for me. Is it going to do it?
Mine is not
There we
doing it. I don't know
go.
if that works.
Yeah. You got to hold it in the middle. Hold it back. Flip it
Forget
up.
it.
There you go.
Oh,
There
it
you go.
did it.
Look, it did it.